Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beefy, cheesy, full of potato and goodness soup. Now y'all, whenever the weather gets cold outside, y'all, not only is it cold, but it is snowing here, I always get the craving for all different types of soups, and today I'm going to show you how to make one that is easy to make, filling, go stick to them bones, okay? Now, y'all, these are the ingredients that I'm using. Of course, I have beef, some cream. I'm using bone broth today. I made that homemade, but of course, you can just use chicken broth. A little bit of vegetables. This is not a vegetable heavy soup, but I am going to be using one rib of celery just to give it a little bit of flavor. I'm going to be cutting the celery as well as the carrots pretty small. I want them to lend their flavor, but I don't want them to stand out on their own, so I'm going to cut them into little pieces. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite winter soups to make? I mean, those soups that are like your go-to, you know, your family loves them. They give you all the cozy vibes. Give me some recommendations down in the comments, and I would love to recreate some of the soups that you all love, because literally I am making a soup every week, if not 2 times a week, depending on how quickly I'm eating it up now, and I would just love some more ideas. Today I'm going to be using 4 medium-sized potatoes. I actually weighed them, and they weigh about 1.5 pounds total of the potato. Now, if your family just really loves potatoes, or you want to stretch this meal a little bit more, then I would say you can use 2, if not even 2.5 pounds of potatoes in this recipe. I know sometimes, you know, we're trying to stretch a meal. Okay, so just use as much potato as you want. However, what you may have to do is adjust the broth, because more potato, of course, that's going to absorb more broth. So if you decide to use more, just add a little bit extra of that, okay? I'm going to set my potatoes in water so they don't turn brown. And y'all, let's go ahead and get cooking. Now, I am using 1 pound of 85-15% fat beef. You can use 93.7. I wouldn't go any leaner than that. I just like 85-15. I think it has a good amount of fat, even though I am going to drain a little bit of that fat today. I'm going to be cooking this on medium heat for about 5 to 6 minutes until it begins to just brown and get some color on it. And then I'm going to remove the beef and just shake off a little bit of the fat and place this to the side. If you are using a very lean beef like a 93.7, I would not suggest absorbing any of the grease that's in the pan, because it's really not going to be that much in there, and I would just straight up add the vegetables in. I took out some of the grease, but that was just preference, and I had a fattier cut of beef, all right? So guys, I'm going to go in now with the onion, the carrot, and the celery. And at this moment, I realized I forgot to add the garlic. So you should add the garlic in at this time too. And you want to saute that for about 3 minutes. Then you want to add the cooked beef back in and just mix that together. Then I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning everything. This is about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, and Vegeta. Vegeta is like an all-purpose bouillon seasoning of sorts. You could also just use a bit of beef bouillon or a cube of chicken bouillon. That would be a good replacement for this. Now, this is where I remember that I forgot the garlic and I tossed it in here. But remember, you want to saute that with them vegetables, okay? Now, I've put in 4 cups of bone broth. I'm going to cover this and I'm going to let this start to come to a simmer. I know this does not look like a lot of broth, but remember, we're going to be adding cream and milk, okay? So we want to overdo it. Y'all, then I'm going to add in those potatoes. I'm going to mix this together. And basically what we're trying to do now is just cook the potatoes. We don't want to be cooking our soup with milk and cream and things like that. So we just need to get this fully cooked, and we need those flavors to meld. While that is cooking on like a medium low, maybe about like a 2 or 3 on an electric stove, I'm going to shred 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. I'm going to shred it myself just so it becomes super creamy. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt into my potatoes. So this is about 10 minutes into the cooking time. I added a bit of salt, then I covered it and I let it cook the rest of the 10 minutes, making 20 minutes of cook time. All right, y'all. So at this point, my potatoes are done. They should be soft. They should be tender. If you cut them bigger or smaller than mine, then the time may need to be adjusted. At this point, we are really just finishing off the soup. Cut the eye down to the lowest setting, and I'm adding in a full can of evaporated milk. I like to use the evaporated milk because it makes the broth we've already added richer, and it doesn't thin out the soup like adding, say, 2 cups of whole milk would. At least that is my perspective, okay? Then I'm going to put in 1 cup of heavy cream. Yes, y'all, this the pure cream. It got the fat, okay? You see why I absorbed all of that beef grease? Because we adding in all the fat right now. To me, half and half not the same in this recipe. You need the full cream, okay? And then I'm adding in the full 8 ounces of that sharp cheddar cheese. Baby, okay, once you add that in, you're going to want to thicken it a bit. So I took about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. I mixed it with a little bit of cool water, and I added that in slowly, and that's going to slowly start to thicken my soup. Now at this point, the only thing we're really trying to do is let the soup heat up enough so that it thickens. You want to melt the cheese, and then you want to adjust all the flavors. So after tasting mine, I realized I wanted a little bit more Vegeta. I wanted to put in a little bit of Cajun seasoning, a bit of pepper, as well as some better than bouillon chicken paste. Yeah, I know I didn't show y'all that at the beginning when I showed the ingredients, but y'all already know how I cook. Okay, those that are here already know that I didn't show the W sauce, but I'm putting it in. Okay, because that's how I cook. I taste it, and then I realized I needed me about, like 2 teaspoons. That adds a umami flavor. It doesn't stand out, but it adds a good deep flavor to your soup. After this had simmered for about a minute or so, I just realized it needed to be a tad bit thicker and a bit cheesier. So I had about 2 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese that was already shredded in my refrigerator. So I just threw that in there. And at that point, I felt like the seasoning, the thickness, the body yaddy yaddy was absolutely perfect. What I'm going to do for you is put down some estimated measurements in the description box. And what I want you to do for me is let me know in the comment section what you are going to serve this with. Because me, if I had this with a piece of crusty sourdough, child, I would be in heaven. This would be so good. It's so hearty, so stick to your bones, and very affordable. Let me know if you're going to make this. Goodbye, y'all, and God bless.